morning, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Gracie from Small Pine Crafts, and this is another crochet vlog. If you've been following me for a while and you watched my last video where we worked on this blanket, you know that my brother is getting married very soon in October. While this blanket is the main wedding gift, I have one more up my sleeve for my future sister-in-law. I don't know if you have seen those sweater scarf videos going around, those short form contents. I know Knititude has a bunch of those. I'll link them somewhere. My sister-in-law came across one of those videos of those sweater scarves, and she sent me the video and asked me if I could maybe crochet her something like them because those scarves are knit. And while I do knit, I don't knit as well as I crochet. Of course, I said yes, I'd be happy to make her one to go with her wedding dress. As of now, we are officially less than 3 months out from the wedding, so it is time to make this sweater scarf. I found a pattern. I will link it below in the description. Printed it out. I don't think I'm going to follow it exactly because I prefer to put my own spin on things, but I will use this pattern to figure out how to construct the garment itself. And I'm actually going to make two. I am going to make first a test one using whatever worsted weight yarn I can find in my stash that would look somewhat nice because this pattern calls for worsted weight yarn. And then when I'm done with that, I've figured it all out, I will break out the good yarn. Before we get started though, I kindly ask that you please like and subscribe and maybe comment on the video what you think of those sweater scarves before we get started. I am currently saving up for a down payment to buy a house, and any support really helps me out with that. Let's get started! I don't know if any of these are speaking to me exactly, and I don't want to use cotton for this test because it has no stretch, and I want it to have some stretch. I've got some nice yarns here. Oh, wait a minute. I've been hanging on to this one for a long time, waiting for the perfect project. Yes, we'll use this one. I thought I had a third one laying around, but I can't seem to find it. But that's okay, we'll just use some plain white yarn. Never mind, I found it. The pattern calls for a 5.5 and a 6.5 millimeter hook, but I'm going to use a 6 and a 5 because my gauge always runs much looser. Alright, I have my hooks, I have my yarn, and I have the pattern printed out and ready. This is by Crocheting with Carrie. Again, I have linked it below in the description. I'm so glad to finally have an opportunity to use this yarn. This is Red Heart with Love Stripes in the colorway Candy Stripe. This was my favorite colorway of Red Hearts of all time. There was also a Super Saver one, and they discontinued it. Your inspirations, please bring back the candy colorway. I'm begging you. Guinness wants it back too. All right, let's look this over. I think for the first scarf I'm making, just to test it out, I'm going to follow the pattern almost exactly, just to make sure I get the measurements and the gauge correct. But then for the real sweater scarf for my sister-in-law, I might do my own thing. I am also going to make this sweater scarf a large to see how it fits me, because I'm a XL, L. And then the next one I will make in my sister-in-law's size. So using a 5.5 millimeter hook, I'm using a 5 millimeter hook, chain this many. You have to go read the pattern yourself to find out how much you have to actually chain. All right, I have all my chains, and now this needs to measure 14 inches. I was right. 14 inches exactly. Right on the money. I could gauge swatch, yes, but my tension is always just so wonky. It's just better for me to go off of the final measurements instead of gauge swatching, just because I was in a bad accident 15 years ago, which is why I hold my hook so wonky, and it's why my tension, while consistent, is very wonky. Gauge swatching is just not something that has ever worked out for me. You want to help me? You want to help me? Well done with the first row. Now it says to do back loop only ribbing for a certain number of rows. It looks like a pretty simple pattern repeat for these sleeves, so I'm gonna put something on my tablet to listen to and do this. What is Elise Rose Crochet up to today? It is just a little bit after 1:30 and I just got done with the first sleeve. It is 14 inches this side by 11 inches this way, which means it will fit around my forearm where it's supposed to go, but I'm going to have to add extra to get it up over my shoulder. So I followed the directions for a large for the sleeve, but for the rest of the body, I am going to follow the directions for an extra large, which means I gotta add a couple stitches along this side since it's all worked in one piece. But first I need to get a snack. We're doing leftover pigs in a blanket, an apple, and a cheese stick. Okay, I'm back, same day, different shirt. I was pre-preparing my dinner and squirted myself with tomato juice. It is now a little bit after 2 o'clock, so I am going to work on this a little more for the afternoon before I take my pre-live stream nap. I don't think I will work on this on my live stream tonight though, just because I am following a pattern and taking notes and paying attention and measuring and counting, and all that would distract from me being able to interact with chat. Okay, so now it says to switch to the bigger hook, already did, and work along the short edge, which is right here. And I'm going to add 2 extra stitches so that the body part of this is an extra large, but the sleeves are a large so that it fits me better because I've got tiny little wrists but much bigger muscles. So I need to work 84 inches worth of a crossed single crochet. Now for this row it says to do a crossed single crochet, so single crochet in the first one, skip, single crochet, then go back, okay, that doesn't seem too complicated. Just gotta really watch where the stitches are. Hello, Zuzu. You never come on camera, Zuzu. My goodness. What has gotten into you? You never come on camera. It is now about 3:30 and I just finished the first skein of yarn. I'm happy with the progress I've made so far, but I am now going to stop and set this aside because I just got a package that I need to film for my unboxing day, and then I need to take my pre-live stream nap and make dinner. So we're gonna go do that and I will be back later. Yes, we're doing goat cheese pasta again. I am also going to prepare an iced coffee.
Yummy!
Alright, I am set up to go live. I think I will work on my sweater scarf for a little bit, and then we'll switch to a baby blanket that I've been working on. It's pretty cool though that this is leaving my makeup on but taking the cat fur off. Hi, good morning. Please excuse the dull roar of the air conditioner and the lack of foundation on my face. It is hotter than things I cannot say without getting demonetized. Though, can you get demonetized if you were never monetized yet in the first place? Either way, it is incredibly hot this morning. The live stream last night went really well. We had lots of fun. We worked on the sweater scarf for a bit, and then I switched to a baby blanket because I was getting bored and it was getting too thinky. It is now a little bit after 10 o'clock in the morning, so let's get the day started by working on the sweater scarf a little more before I switch into video editing mode. Okay, I got a couple more rows done on this, but it is now a little after 11 o'clock, and I have other things I need to get done today. I have some more granny squares that I need to block, and granny squares to get off the blocking boards, and then I need to do some video editing, and I need to film a couple little shorts. Then we'll come back to the sweater scarf, so let's go do all of that. Let me tell you, I have been going through it today, trying to get this video to render. Seriously, what the heck is going on here? I hate technology. It is now a little bit after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm done struggling with DaVinci Resolve. I was able to get everything working eventually. I did have to delete a lot of footage from the granny square video to be able to get it to render. And I'm gonna sit here and film a TikTok for one of the bandanas that I'm selling on my website, and then we will go back to the sweater scarf. I'm ready.
This looks pretty good. This looks pretty good.
Alright, clips for that TikTok film, stuff done around the house. It is still incredibly hot, but I made myself an iced coffee, so it's okay. It is a little bit before 8 o'clock in the evening now, so I'm going to start winding down for the night. I'm going to work on the sweater scarf and find something to watch on YouTube. I just finished off the second skein, so now I'm going to tie this one on. This is my last one, so I'm hoping it finishes the whole project. It is now a little bit after 9 o'clock, so I need to go to bed so that I can wake up on time for work tomorrow morning. So I will see you all tomorrow. Hey, it is now Monday night. So far, I have done 91 rows on the main body part of this sweater scarf. I still have quite a ways to go, and I'm getting worried that this might not be enough for the whole main body and sleeve. But, I mean, it's not the end of the world if it isn't. I'll just attach some white yarn and use that to finish off whatever needs finishing off. Or, you know, your inspirations could bring back this colorway. Whatever. It's fine. I've got a documentary to watch, and that is just what I'm going to do with my evening before I go to bed.
In this video, we are going inside as we move on to today's second biggest news story, which is about the food supply in Turkmenistan. And surprise, surprise, how wonderful it is. Now, the very eagle-eyed amongst you may have spotted what game show they're calling it. It is, of course, Turkmenistan's version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, competing with Lifeline's Phone a Friend 50-50.
It took a few days and 169 rows, but the main body of the sweater scarf is done. And yeah, I did run out of the candy colorway, so I just tied on some of this acrylic mill ends I got from Premiere a while ago. And I think it looks really cool. So I am going to sit and start on the sleeves. Alright, this isn't the best outfit, but ta-da! And here's how it looks when you cross it from the front. I really like it. I like the multiple colors. It's fun. It's funky. I love it. I want to make like 30 of these now. Really, this is lovely. I love it. But it is far too hot to keep wearing this, so I'm gonna take it off now. Alright, let's get this over here. Great scarf, great pattern. I think I probably should have done a few more rows on the main body. It was a little tight in my upper arms, but that's just because I have a lot of upper body strength from my day job. I also think if I make another one just for myself, I am going to make these sleeves a little shorter than they are, just because I actually prefer a quarter-length sleeve down to like right here on my wrist as opposed to here, which is where the sleeve reaches. But all in all, great pattern, great scarf. I love it. This is going to stay in my wardrobe. I like how funky it looks with the mixed yarn and the different colors. Now the time has come to make one for my sister-in-law using the nice yarn. Tomorrow, though, it is getting late and I'm tired and want to go to bed. Now it's Friday night, so we can get started. For my sister-in-law's sweater scarf, I am going to be using Cascade Yarns Cherub Aran. This is a really nice acrylic nylon blend. Super soft and super stretchy. I am also going to crochet this one slightly differently than the one I just made. For the one I just made, I went down half of a hook size from what the pattern said to use, just because my gauge tends to run very loose. So I'm still going to go down half a hook size for the sleeves, but for the main body, I am going to use the hook size that the pattern said to use. I am also going to add a couple of columns to the body part of the sweater, just to make it have a little extra coverage, because my sister-in-law is getting married to my brother in October. And I'm gonna do slip stitch ribbing near the cuff for the sleeves instead. Here we go. I have finished the ribbing and I'm now starting on the main body. I changed it up just a little bit for this one, a little more. I added an extra row of single crochet when I pivoted the work, and then with that extra row I did some increases so that the body will offer more coverage. And this little bit dangling right here is just for when it's time to seam the edges together. I know this sleeve seems pretty narrow, but it stretches quite a bit, also because this yarn has nylon in it. I'm just gonna keep working on this for a little while longer, and then I have to go do some computer work. Hello, boys. We've made so much progress on this live tonight. I'm really happy to see it. I really want to get this done in the next couple days so that I can ship it to my future sister-in-law.
You know, I usually try to do these challenges over 2 hours, so I'm going to attempt to crochet until 11 tonight, lazy summer afternoon.
It's all done. I can't model this because it's a little too small, but let's go take a look at least at a flat lay. Here's how it looks on my living room coffee table, since it doesn't fit. I really like how the crossed single crochets turned out. I added some single crochets around the edge as a border and then used it to seal up the sleeves, just a little extra for more added coverage. And then here at the bottom, I did slip stitch ribbing for the cuffs, but single crochet in the back loop only for the rest of the sleeves. And the whole thing is just super pretty. I love how it turned out. Now all that is left to do is to pack this up and mail it off to my sister-in-law. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time I post. I have linked the pattern to this sweater scarf by Crocheting with Carrie down below in the description. And don't forget that you can purchase several things that I have crocheted on my website, smallpinecrafts.square.site, linked below in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.